Welcome back, Focus Learners. If you've been following our recent explainers, you know we've covered a ton of ground together. We've dug into everything from the nitty-gritty of modern decision-making to the raw mechanics of innovation, adaptability, you name it. Well, today, we're taking all of those incredible individual threads and weaving them together into a single actionable manifesto. We're laying out the ultimate unified framework you need for leading effectively in an era defined by blistering technological change and massive workforce shifts. Seriously, this is the culmination of everything we've been building toward, so let's get into it. Okay, let's dive into this. What does the future leader actually look like? It's a huge question, right? But it's the exact question we have to answer to set the stakes for defining leadership success over the next decade. Because let's face it, the world has fundamentally transformed. The capabilities that defined a truly great leader 10 years ago, rigid top-down planning, strictly siloing information, those predictable 5-year roadmaps, are the exact things that will completely sink a company today. If we want to not just survive but genuinely thrive, we have to completely reimagine what it means to lead. Section 1. The accelerating world. Let's start by validating exactly what you're probably feeling out there every single day. The pace of change is accelerating, and I mean accelerating rapidly. Before we can even begin to talk about solutions or strategies, we have to acknowledge this absolute reality. If you're sitting there feeling like things are moving at breakneck speed, you are completely right. It's not just in your head. The business environment today is fundamentally, structurally different from what it was just a few short years ago. Because of this extreme acceleration, relying on the leadership approaches that worked perfectly well in the past, well, they simply will not be enough for the future. You absolutely cannot use yesterday's map to navigate tomorrow's terrain. It'll literally lead you right off a cliff. The forces driving this wild acceleration really boil down to 3 key pillars. 1. Technology evolves quickly. We're not talking about a simple software update over the weekend anymore. We're talking about entire operational paradigms rewriting the rules of the game overnight. 2. Markets shift rapidly. A lean startup halfway across the globe can completely disrupt your core supply chain before you've even had your morning coffee. And 3. Customer expectations change constantly. What absolutely delighted a customer yesterday is just the bare, unforgivable minimum today. When you stack those 3 forces together, you see exactly why today's operating environment is relentlessly demanding. Section 2. The adaptability advantage. This is where we pivot from fearing rapid change to turning it into a distinct opportunity. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we redefine this concept, adaptability. It's the ability to learn, adjust, and respond effectively. It is so incredibly easy to look at all that rapid change we just talked about and feel completely paralyzed. But the best leaders undergo a massive mindset shift here. They take adaptability entirely out of the realm of being just a soft skill. It's no longer just about, being easygoing or rolling with the punches. This specific trait transforms flexibility into your ultimate strategic strength. It becomes the core engine that lets you pivot during crises and outmaneuver those rigid competitors who are still waiting around for committee approvals. Uncertainty isn't an obstacle, it's part of the environment. Future-ready leaders absolutely get this. They don't waste precious energy wishing for things to calm down or waiting for a magical return to normal, because normal is a moving target that just doesn't exist anymore. They accept that the ground beneath their feet is going to keep shifting. And because they accept it, organizations that adapt quickly gain massive, outsized competitive advantages over everybody else who's still trying to fight the tide. So think about it. Are you building your teams just to withstand shock or to actually feed off it? Section 3. Technology as a tool. Let's clarify the exact boundary between human vision and technological capability. In our AI-driven era, getting this boundary wrong is a massive pitfall. There is this incredibly common, very dangerous misconception out there that simply buying the newest AI or integrating the latest enterprise software is a strategy in itself. Listen, it's not. Technology as a strategy is a guaranteed path to failure. Over on the flip side, technology as an enabler, that is the correct future-proof perspective. Successful leaders focus intensely on outcomes, on their people, and on their human-driven strategy. They position tech strictly as a powerful lever to help achieve those goals. They never confuse the tool for the blueprint. Technology supports business goals. It doesn't replace them. You absolutely cannot let shiny new tools or viral tech trends distract you from your core objectives. Because honestly, technology can scale a bad, inefficient process just as fast as it can scale a good one. It amplifies good leadership, it scales your operations, but it never, ever replaces the profound need for strong, visionary human leadership. It's like a hammer can build a beautiful house, but it doesn't know where to lay the foundation, right? That is your job. And this brilliantly illustrates our next core concept. Change never stops. Because technology and markets shift relentlessly, static knowledge becomes obsolete incredibly fast. If you stop learning the exact moment you hit a quarterly revenue goal, or actually, scratch that, the second you think you've simply made it, you are already falling behind your competition. The constant, unending nature of change makes continuous, rapid learning absolutely essential for baseline survival. You have to treat your own intellectual development as a critical business metric. So, what separates the truly great from the rest of the pack? Future-ready organizations intensely focus on 5 things: adaptability, innovation, learning, strong leadership, and organizational alignment. And they don't just slap these words on a break room poster, they operationalize them. They build robust psychological safety so people can actually take smart risks. They allocate actual paid work hours for team development and upskilling. Organizations that prioritize genuine curiosity don't just sit back and react to change when it hits them, they prepare for it by design. Section 4. The Future Leaders Playbook. We are finally bringing it all together into a definitive framework. So, the crucial point is, here is the checklist you need to take away and implement in your teams starting tomorrow morning. 1. Stay adaptable. 2. Keep learning constantly. 3. Empower your people to make decisions closer to the problem. 4. Encourage rigorous innovation. And 5. Lead with crystal clear vision. These aren't just corporate buzzwords. This is your daily operational playbook. Consistently applying these 5 principles is the surest way to guarantee long-term success no matter what unprecedented challenge the market throws at you next. Technology changes tools, but leadership determines success. The future will absolutely feature incredible, mind-bending new technologies, for sure. But the future won't be defined by those technologies alone. It'll be defined by how human leaders utilize those tools to execute a strategy and empower their people to create lasting value. So I'll leave you with this question as you look at your own organization today. Are you just managing today's tools, or are you actually leading your people into tomorrow? Keep learning, keep adopting, and I'll see you in the next explainer.